Have you ever felt it? That subtle whisper in the depths of your soul, nudging you towards something more? A quiet dissatisfaction with the superficial. A yearning for truth, for peace. That transcends understanding? In a world of constant noise and fleeting distractions, it's easy to feel lost, confused about your true path. Are you truly growing? Are you progressing spiritually, or just drifting? What if there were clear, undeniable markers, true signs of spiritual awakening that could illuminate your journey, confirming you're on the right track? Welcome, seekers of truth and peace, to Pure Mind Think. I am your name, and today, we're diving into the profound wisdom of a spiritual giant, Paramahansa Yogananda, the revered author of Autobiography of a Yogi. He left us a timeless map, a guide to understanding our inner evolution. He outlined 7 powerful indicators, true signs of spiritual awakening, that reveal whether you are truly progressing on your spiritual path. These aren't just abstract ideas, they are tangible experiences, shifts within your very being that confirm a divine hand is at work in your life. Get ready to uncover the hidden truths within yourself. And before we embark on this illuminating journey, if you're new here, welcome. If you're a faithful listener, it's wonderful to have you back. Don't let this moment pass. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our growing community of awakened hearts. Let's explore these profound truths together. The first profound sign, according to Paramahansa Yogananda, is an increasing peacefulness during meditation and in one's day-to-day life. Think about that. In a world defined by stress, anxiety, and relentless demands, does your inner world find a deeper, more enduring calm? It's not about escaping problems. It's about finding an unshakable core of tranquility within them. Have you noticed less reactive anger? More patient responses to frustration? This isn't forced, it's a natural byproduct of inner transformation. It's like the eye of a hurricane. Chaos rages all around, but at the center, there is stillness. Are you cultivating that stillness within? Consider the teachings of various spiritual paths on peace. In Buddhism, nirvana is often described as the cessation of suffering and the experience of ultimate peace. Zen meditation aims to quiet the mind, to achieve a state of inner tranquility, even amidst external turmoil. In Islamic Sufism, the concept of sakina refers to a profound spiritual peace, a divine tranquility that descends upon the heart. This universal yearning for an experience of peace, even in different frameworks, underscores its fundamental role in spiritual advancement. Closely linked to this is the second sign, a conscious inner experience of calmness in meditation, metamorphosing into an increasing undercurrent of bliss. It starts as calmness. You sit, you breathe, you quiet the incessant chatter of the mind. And then, if you persist, if you delve deeper, that calmness doesn't just remain static. It transforms. It deepens into something far more profound. An undercurrent, a subtle vibration of sheer joy, of indescribable bliss. This isn't a fleeting emotion born of external circumstances. It's an intrinsic, spiritual joy that arises from within. Have you felt that gentle current beneath the surface of your awareness? Even when life presents its challenges, this isn't a fleeting high, it's the quiet song of your soul awakening. Think of a time you've witnessed true joy in someone, not from winning a lottery, but from a profound inner peace. Perhaps a monk in quiet contemplation, or a hospice worker radiating compassion. That quiet bliss isn't superficial, it's a deep wellspring. Paramahansa Yogananda emphasized that this inner experience is not just an emotional state, but a tangible energetic shift, a sign that the soul is retuning to its divine source. It's the soul's inherent nature, expressing itself as joy, much like light emanates from the sun. The third sign points to a deepening of one's understanding, and finding answers to one's questions through the calm, intuitive state of inner perception. Have you noticed that instead of constantly seeking external advice, your deepest questions are now being answered from within? It's as if a veil lifts, and insights, clarity, and solutions emerge from a place beyond your logical mind. This isn't mere thought, it's intuition, a direct knowing. It's the universe, or the divine, whispering truths directly to your soul when you achieve that state of inner calm. It's the moment when the scattered pieces of a puzzle suddenly click into place, not through brute force, but through a gentle, inner revelation. Are you listening to that inner voice? That divine guidance that only speaks in the quiet moments? In many spiritual traditions, inner perception is highly valued. The concept of prajna in Buddhism refers to wisdom, a direct insight into the nature of reality, often attained through meditation. In indigenous spiritualities, shamans and elders often seek guidance through contemplative states, connecting with the wisdom of the ancestors or nature spirits. The Christian mystical tradition speaks of illumination, a divine light that grants understanding beyond human reason. This universal pursuit of inner wisdom underscores the idea that answers often reside within, waiting to be accessed through a purified perception. The fourth sign is quite practical, yet profoundly spiritual. An increasing mental and physical efficiency in one's daily life. This might seem counterintuitive. One might imagine spiritual progress makes you detached from worldly affairs. But Yogananda tells us the opposite. As your inner world becomes more aligned, your outer life becomes more harmonious and effective. Your mind becomes sharper, your focus stronger, your energy more sustained. It's as if less energy is wasted on inner turmoil, leaving more for productive, joyful living. Do you find yourself accomplishing tasks with greater ease, feeling less fatigued by daily demands, and experiencing a newfound clarity in your actions? This is a testament to the integrated nature of spiritual advancement, where inner harmony manifests as outer efficacy. Think of any master craftsman or artist. Their efficiency isn't about rushing, but about a seamless flow, a concentrated precision born of deep internal alignment. Their work appears effortless because their inner state is one of focused calm. This sign reminds us that spirituality isn't about escaping life, but about mastering it, becoming a more refined and effective instrument for divine purpose. The fifth sign speaks to the deepening of your inner devotion and increase in the love for meditation, and the desire to hold on to the peace and joy of the meditative state, in preference to attraction to anything in the world. This is a crucial pivot point. No longer is meditation a chore or just a stress relief technique. It becomes the most cherished part of your day, an irresistible magnet pulling you inward. The fleeting pleasures and temporary satisfactions of the external world begin to pale in comparison to the profound, ever-new bliss found in silence, in communion with the divine. Do you find yourself actively craving that inner sanctuary, prioritizing your spiritual practice above all else, seeing the world's allure as dim in comparison to your soul's true home? This is a sign that your soul is tasting its true nature, and it desires nothing else. This preference for inner peace over worldly allure is a common theme in countless spiritual disciplines. In Christianity, seeking first the kingdom of God implies prioritizing spiritual realities over earthly possessions. In Jainism, the concept of aparigraha, non-possessiveness, encourages detachment from material things to achieve spiritual liberation. The Sufi mystics describe a yearning for divine union that eclipses all other desires. This shift in preference is not a suppression of joy, but a recalibration of where true, lasting joy is found. It's a sign of profound spiritual maturity. The sixth sign is perhaps the most beautiful and transformative, an expansion of one's consciousness of loving, all with the unconditional love that one feels toward his own dearest loved ones. Imagine the profound, boundless love you feel for your child, your dearest spouse, or your most cherished friend. Now, picture that love expanding, effortlessly, to embrace everyone you meet, strangers, even those who challenge you. This is not a forced empathy, it's a natural overflowing of the heart. A recognition of the divine spark within all beings. Judgment fades, compassion grows, and you see the interconnectedness of all life. Do you find your heart softening towards those you once held at a distance? Do you feel a growing sense of unity with all creation? This is the very essence of divine love manifesting through you. A tangible sign of spiritual awakening that transcends ego and embraces universal harmony. Many spiritual teachers, from the Buddha's teachings on meta-loving kindness to Jesus's command to love your neighbor as yourself, emphasize this expansive, unconditional love as the pinnacle of spiritual development. It's not about superficial niceness, but a deep, empathetic connection to the universal consciousness that permeates all existence. This love is often described as flowing from the divine source through the individual, rather than being generated solely by human effort. It's a tangible reflection of the Creator's own boundless love for His creation. And finally, the seventh, the most profound sign of all. A sense of actual contact with God, and worshipping Him as ever-new bliss felt in meditation and in His omnipresent manifestations within and beyond all creation. This is the ultimate destination. The conscious realization of union with the divine. It's no longer just a belief, a concept, or a hope. It becomes a palpable, living reality. You feel God's presence, not just in a sacred space, but in the quiet of your meditation, in the beauty of a sunset, in the kindness of a stranger, in the beating of your own heart. God is experienced as ever new, an unending fount of bliss, manifesting in every atom of existence. Do you feel that direct communion, that living presence, not just as an abstract idea, but as a felt reality, the very air you breathe, the love that sustains you? This is the soul's homecoming, the direct experience of the Creator's omnipresent glory. Across diverse faiths, the ultimate goal of spiritual practice is often union, or direct experience with the divine. In Hinduism, moksha represents liberation and union with Brahman, the ultimate reality. In Sufism, fana is the annihilation of the self in God, leading to ecstatic union. In Kabbalah, the mystical branch of Judaism, there's a quest for dvekat, cleaving to God. These varied paths all point to a direct, profound, and transformative contact with the divine as the highest state of spiritual realization. It's a return to the source, a recognition that the separation was an illusion, and that we are, always have been, and always will be, connected to the Creator. This direct experience transcends intellectual understanding, and becomes a lived reality, changing everything. So, my friend, what do you think of all this? Have you experienced any of these profound signs of spiritual awakening yet? Or are you still yearning, still searching? Feeling that subtle pull towards something more, something deeper? Don't be discouraged if you haven't felt them all, or if your journey feels slow. Spiritual progress is not a race. It's a blossoming, a gradual unfolding orchestrated by a divine hand. The most important step is to simply begin, to turn your attention inward, and to trust that the Creator, who placed that yearning in your heart, is also the one guiding you home. In a world that often feels chaotic and uncertain, where should we place our trust? When the foundations seem to shake, what remains steadfast? For countless ages, humanity has looked to a higher power, a divine architect, a compassionate Creator, for meaning, for guidance, and for ultimate salvation. The spiritual awakening we've discussed today is not just about personal peace, it's a preparation, a refining of the soul, for a grander divine plan. It's about aligning ourselves with that infinite intelligence, that benevolent force that governs the cosmos and orchestrates our individual destinies. When we open ourselves to these signs of spiritual awakening, we are not just finding ourselves, we are finding our way back to the source of all existence. And in that ultimate reconnection, there is a profound hope, a certainty that the Creator watches over us, guides us, and will ultimately return to help illuminate the path for all souls, bringing an end to suffering and ushering in an era of true, divine peace. I encourage you to embark on this journey. Seek that inner peace, cultivate that joy, listen to that intuitive voice, practice unconditional love, and open your heart to that direct contact with the divine. Your soul is ready. If this profound message has resonated with your heart, if it has ignited a flicker of hope or a blaze of understanding, then please, like this video, share it fiercely with someone who needs to hear this message of peace and divine purpose, and subscribe to our Pure Mind Think channel for more wisdom that nourishes the soul, strengthens the spirit, and guides you toward your highest calling. Your engagement fuels our quest for truth. And remember, the journey inward is the greatest adventure of all. Thank you for joining me on this profound exploration of the signs of spiritual awakening. May your path be filled with light, your heart with peace, and your spirit with the ever-new bliss of divine connection. Until we meet again, may you rest in His peace, walk in His strength, and live in the joyful expectation of His glorious return, and the full realization of His plan for all souls.